Yeah, so I'm really sorry. This is another video where I'm going to be voicing over a lot of it. I went to this bit fitting clinic again. I was alone, so I just kind of threw my camera at someone and just asked them to film what they could. So thank you, Lisa, for filming a few bits for me, and then I just put it all together just to kind of share our day out. So I got Bojack about 18 months ago now, probably a bit longer. And in all that time, I've actually wanted to take him to a fit fitting clinic and just kept not getting around to it. So as soon as my friend Lisa said she was organising one, as lockdown was easing, I was like, yes, I'm there, want to be part of this. So first of all, I just tacked up, got on, and I just did a little walk, trot, canter round in my current setup. It was a ridiculously warm day, so we don't do a mass of things, but obviously Olivia just wanted to kind of just see his general way of going, get an idea of my riding as well, and just see how he was in his original bit. So in this video, to begin with, he was in a bomber happy mouth, and it was a loose ring snaffle it's with a lozenge, but I think they call it the elliptical. And I had got this for him very early on. We'd kind of had a loose ring snaffle, and then we tried a hanging cheek, and then this was the snaffle we stuck with. I was relatively happy with it. I mean, there was nothing in particular in my head. I was like, oh, Bojack's really unhappy with the bit. I was just very aware that Bojack has, like many cobs, he's got quite a fleshy mouth. And I was just a little concerned that the bit he was in wasn't the perfect suit for a horse that has got all that kind of like, when cobs have their fleshy mouths, you need to have just the right bit so that it's not uncomfortable or painful or awkward for them. So that's kind of why I went to a bit fitting clinic. So after she'd got an idea of me and my horse's kind of way of going, we then had a little chat, and then we started trying different bits. So the most important thing for me is that it was BD legal. So here we have the first one we tried, which is the, now this is where I can't pronounce it, the Verbendend? I don't know, loose ring snaffle. And I think the idea with this is that instead of having the straighter mouthpiece, with the little curve, it should relieve some of the pressure, like from where it was really pinching on the bars, she thought. However, I wasn't a massive fan of this bit. I didn't feel it made any really difference. I didn't think he was much happier, and at the end of our little walk, trot, canter round, she wasn't even that bothered with it either. She said she didn't think it suited him much, and also did notice that his ears were back for most of the little ride in it, so that would be a good indication that he wasn't that happy with this bit in his mouth. So next up we had the trans-angled lozenge loose ring snaffle, which looks to me a slightly more similar kind of like layout to my first bit. It did kind of like halfway in between, because my first bit had quite straight, you know what, I don't know the names of the bit, such straight bits. That's really bad of me. Whereas the other one had been quite curved, and then this one was a little straighter. He didn't really feel much different in it, to be honest. there was no real difference. And don't get me wrong, I wasn't going to a bit fitting clinic thinking that's it, I'm going to try a bit and it's, you know, everything's going to fix all of our problems and I'm all of a sudden going to have this amazing Grand Prix ready horse. I'm not thinking anything like that. But when I was trying the bits, like the my bit fitter, Olivia, just kept saying, is it any different? Do you feel better? Do you feel worse? Is it the same? And I was like, with the first two, I was like, to be honest, there's not enough of a difference for me to go, yes, this is definitely the bit for him. I just kept thinking, you know, I mean, they're all right, but I just don't feel any difference in him. He doesn't feel any particularly happier. No difference really. So you know, I did a little walk, trot, canter around in this one, but it wasn't, again, this was another bit that I just thought, nah, I'm not really that bothered. And then here we have, in true Goldilocks fashion, the third. Now, the third one was lovely. I felt he was much happier in it. He felt very comfortable. It was the first bit, not just that we tried on the day, but on the whole, where he kind of mouthed a bit. He's never been the most, I mean, like, he can be quite a quiet horse. He doesn't whinny, he doesn't make lots of noise. And in his mouth as well, whenever he's ridden, there's never much movement. He's not tense in his jaw, but there's never much movement or excitement. Whereas this one, he did seem to have a little play every now and then with the bit. He looked quite happy in it, he felt quite happy in it, and he felt a little more uphill in it, which is obviously good for a cob because they tend to go quite down, they're naturally built downhill. So yes, he felt really happy in this. So this is the snaffle we decided to buy in the end, the Turtle Tactio loose ring snaffle. So I've decided on my snaffle, and now I just wanted to try a few Pelhams. So I tried one Pelham, which I wasn't a massive fan of.
Not too keen? No. From the mouth to your hands, it does tend to sit, you know, keeps everything very, very flat.
So I can't remember the name of the first Pelham. It just didn't, for either of us, it didn't, we weren't happy with it. You can tell I have not ridden in a Pelham for, Lord, I would say 20 years. More, actually. More than 20 years, I would say. That's quite a while. So I'm a bit rusty. Obviously this is quite a bit of metalwork compared to his usual bit. So quick explanation, mainly for my mum, who I know likes watching these videos. So because of Bojack's age, he is going to be 13 next showing season. Should I wish to show him with cob classes, because of his age, now I don't care what argument you come up with, I saw the look on the judges' faces, I have seen it firsthand when they ask how old your cob is, and if it's over 10 and it's in a snaffle, it was just a look of utter disgust from every judge we went up against in our first competition. So if I want to compete Bojack at all showing, I know he has to be in Pelham or double, because he's got such a fleshy mouth. Double, there's not much room to put two bits in there, so I wanted to have a little look at Pelhams, just so I know that if I choose to show him next year, that I have an idea of the kind of Pelham that he would be happy in. This is the Turtle Top, so it's a slightly different to the Turtle Tactio, which he has in his snaffle, but he did feel really happy and quite comfortable in it. So it was good for me to know, just for future reference, should I wish, this is the bit I will get in future. So yeah, that was pretty much it for our bit fitting clinic. I found Olivia really friendly, so helpful, very knowledgeable, and she managed to find just the right bits for my darling boy, so that he is nice and comfortable in his work. So thank you for tuning in on my little bit fitting clinic vlog today. I have also written up a blog, so there is a link in the description below. If you've enjoyed this video, if you'd like to see more, if you have any requests, please do pop them below. Remember to give a little thumbs up, add a comment, and if you'd like to see more, don't forget to subscribe, and I hope to see you all again soon. Bye. Who dat? I mean, look at him. He looks so smart at the moment, buddy. So yeah, I do. So buy me the expensive bits. What is it? Is that an apple? Oh, yum nom. You're a very good boy, weren't you? With the 28,000 bits. Yum. Nom nom nom. Yeah. And of course, the only bit Bojack really liked was the really expensive one. Have expensive taste, don't you, darling? But only the best will do for my darling. Right, should we get you home? Where's this little man then? Bodie! Let's see where. Hello, darling. Where are you hiding? Hello? Were you a brave boy all on your own? Have you been a brave boy all on your own? Hi. I got your brother in the back. Shall I get him off? Shall I get him off the nurry? You. Look at you. Little superstar, not bothered at all, are you? He's happy you're back, don't bite him. Hey, gorgeous. Have you had a good day? Glad to be home. Yeah? Don't beat him up again. Hello. You're such a good boy. Don't beat him up. Don't beat him up. That's it. He missed you. He missed you.